Okay, I am, as usual, a little early, actually. So I'm gonna give it a second or two to see if people are trickling in. And that way the first person to come in can tell me if they can hear me. All right. If you're out there, good morning. So happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Just a few things before we get started. And yes, I do always make notes and I do always keep them with me to keep me on track. This is an all levels class, meaning that beginners should be able to take this class. I won't say easily because yoga is a struggle for a lot of people in the beginning. Without passing judgment on why that is, I'll just say that it's simply a fact. And that's okay. It was for me for a very long time. So anytime I cue a down dog or a plank in this class, and know that you are absolutely welcome to drop your knees to the ground. What else? These are yoga blocks. I said I recommended them, but if you don't have them, not to go out and spend money, just a thick book would be good. We're not doing a ton of poses where I think people would need them in order to aid their balance. As again, I'm trying to keep this class as accessible to everyone as I can, but there are times, let's say like in a gentle twist, where you may want to bring the floor up to you just a little bit. So if that's the case, maybe just have one thick book. If you don't have a block, something maybe even roughly half this dimensions would suffice. And then at the end for our meditation, we are going to be doing a yoga nidra style meditation, which will involve laying on the floor on your mat for quite a while. So if you are prone to having a squinchy back, let's say, or being chilly when you rest, maybe take this moment and go grab yourself a pillow that you'll be able to, at the time, put under your knees, or a blanket to cover yourself, or a jacket. So I'm going to allow for a minute or two for that. So we are going to start with a little bit of breath work. Then we're going to work our way into our postures, our asana practice, and then we will do our meditation. I actually haven't timed this one out. I know it's going to be under an hour, but I honestly have no clue how long it's going to be. So I hope you allotted yourself an hour. That's what I'd put on the invitation. If not, you can always come back to it later. I am going to leave it posted. So wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I want you to come to your mat or your facsimile of a mat. Again, a thick rug or carpet would suffice as well. We're not doing a lot where I'd necessarily be worried about slipping and sliding, but you do want padding underneath you. Come to a comfortable seat, whatever that means for you. For me, I prefer to sit like this. Some people prefer to sit with their legs out. Some people like to sit like this. Wherever you are most comfortable, that's where I'd like you to sit for this portion of it. So coming to a comfortable seat and sitting up nice and tall. So our shoulders are going to be stacked right over our hips. Our spine is going to be elongated. And I want you to imagine that somebody's pulling a string right from the top of your head, lengthening your neck, lengthening your entire spine. Your sits bones, those are the bones in your tush, are pressing into the ground. And just like we do in standing postures, we press down to rise up. So now you've got this nice, long, comfortable spine. Again, sitting in whatever position is most comfortable for you. I'd like you to close your eyes wherever you are. And I'd like you to start by just noticing the sounds in the room where you are. Maybe you can feel temperature of the air on your skin. Maybe where you are there's a breeze. Maybe there's traffic noise. Maybe there's neighbor noise. Maybe you have kids and there's kid noise. Whatever's going on around you, I want you to embrace it and allow it to become part of your experience today, rather than becoming an annoyance that's going to take you out of your experience today. And that is not an easy thing to do. I recognize that. And this is why yoga, all of it, the breath work, the meditation, the postures, is a practice and not a perfect. So I'm going to ask you to try your hardest to allow yourself to stay in the experience. And for some people, they benefit from closing their eyes for a lot of it. I know I do. It makes me feel like I'm more in a cocoon for myself. So now that you are in your space, on your mat, embracing the sounds around you, embracing the temperature around you, feeling the earth gently pressing up to hold you onto it, as gravity holds you down securely, not too hard, not too soft. You're Goldilocks in this scenario, it's just right. And now I want you to just notice your breath. And in the simple act of just noticing your breath, you've probably changed it. Because when we direct attention, energy at anything, we change it. And the best example that I can think of for this is heat. There are very, very few things on this planet that applying heat to doesn't change. Floridians are one of those things. I hope you laughed at home. That usually gets a laugh in class. So now that you're paying attention to your breath, they've probably become deeper and a little bit more deliberate. That's good. So now we're focusing on our breath because we've tuned out everything else. We've accepted it as part of our experience. We've tuned it out. And now we're just here with our breath. And again, I encourage you to close your eyes if it feels safe for you. If it does not, or you're in a space where you're not comfortable doing that, see if you can just soften your eyes. Maybe even just close your lids halfway. And listening to your breath, just going in and out, the beautiful noise that it makes. And I'd like you to exhale and empty all of your air out. And then you're going to inhale, 2, exhale, 2. Inhale, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3. Inhale, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3. Inhale, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold here. 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold here. 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold here. 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold here. 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold here. 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold here. 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Huge open mouth sigh right here. Again, inhale, 2, 3, 4. Big exhale, sigh it out. Last one, inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, big open mouth sigh. Keeping your eyes closed or soft. Just sit for a moment. Begin breathing normally. And just see how you feel. So earlier I encouraged you to bring all of the sensations around you into the experience. Now I'm going to remind you once again that while you are practicing, the only things that matter are your breath and what happens on this mat. All of life outside of this mat ceases to exist until the practice is done. So with your eyes still closed, I want you to again start to deepen your breath. And on your exhales, I'd like you to constrict the back of your throat a little bit so you sound like Darth Vader. I don't know if you guys can hear it with my AirPods in. But I think that Darth Vader is a pretty universal way of stating what you should sound like. This is our Ujjayi breath, our victorious breath. This is the breath that keeps us grounded through our practice. This is the breath we keep coming back to as it builds internal heat and regulates your nervous system at the same time. I can't think of anything more yogic than that. So inhale, constrict the breath, exhale. So use the next few breaths to play around with that, see what works best for you. When you get it, you'll know. And if you don't get it right away, don't worry about it. It is something that, again, is also a practice and not a perfect. So sit with your Ujjayi breath for a few minutes. Well, a few breaths. We don't have all day here. Until you start to feel the heat building up inside of you. That's exactly what we're looking for here. And remember, with each inhale to press the sits bones into the ground, rise up a little bit taller. And with each exhale, just relax your shoulders down. Hands can be on the knees, on the ankles, wherever you're most comfortable. Nice, strong, straight spine, and that includes your neck. Relaxed shoulders, relaxed arms. Wherever you are, this is a reminder to just take your jaw back about 1/2 inch so your spine and your neck stay in alignment. And if you catch yourself looking up at all, just a reminder, bring that chin down, push it back just a smidge. You should feel perfectly stacked, shoulders over hips, and when we stand up, we'll even incorporate other parts of the body into that. One more breath here. All right, wherever you are, let's sit crisscross with our right leg in front. Let's take a moment, getting yourself comfortable, removing any extra flesh from beneath the sits bones if you need to. Then bring your chin to your chest and just start to hinge forward, walking your hands forward just as far as you're comfortable. So you should feel a nice stretch up the back of your neck. You should feel a little bit of an opening between your shoulder blades as you just relax. And then let's start to walk our hands over to the left until you feel a good stretch up the right side of your body. Start to soften the left elbow here. So maybe the forearm comes down to the ground, or maybe you're more comfortable with the arms straight. Give it a try with the elbow softened and see how far you can go. Then I want you to take the right arm all the way up and then take it over the ear. Just stretch. That right hip is still pressing down, so you're getting a nice stretch all the way up this side. One more breath here, and then we're going to inhale that right arm up. It lands behind the right hip. Left hand comes to the right knee. Inhale, press through the back hand, get tall. Exhale, twist. Look over the right shoulder. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist deeper. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, back to center, hands to knees. We're going to do 5 circles going in a clockwise direction. So starting with your weight on the right hip, you're going to come around the back and just make a nice big circle with your body. And again, we're going to do 5. If you're moving more quickly than me, when you get done with your 5, just come back to center. If you are moving more slowly than me, I will leave an extra beat at the end for you to catch up. So I've completed 5 now. Again, if you haven't, go ahead and catch up here. As you slowly pull yourself back up to center, hands are on the knees. Inhale, take your chest up, take your chin up. Seated cow. Exhale, chin to chest, round the spine. Cat. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Leave your chin in your chest for an extra beat here. Just feel that nice stretch up the back of your neck. And now we're going to go counterclockwise. So weight's going to start on the left sits bone as we move around for 5 counterclockwise circles. Moving with your breath. Remember to always come back to your breath. So we inhale as we come around. Exhale as we complete the circle. I've lost count. I think that was number 4, but I'm going to do one more for good measure, and then I'll pause again in the center to await you. And once you've completed your 5, bring the soles of your feet together. This is early in the practice. Our hips are not very warmed up yet, so keep your feet further away than perhaps you normally would if you're a practiced yogi. Find whatever's comfortable. Your knees may not be anywhere near the floor, and that's okay. Hands are going to come to the ankles or to the shins. Inhale, lengthen your spine, and exhale, simply bring your chin to your chest. That's all we're doing right now. For those of you itching to take it deeper, we will in a few, but you're welcome to bob on down there and stretch out those hips if you'd like. Slowly come all the way back up. Crisscross applesauce. Yes, I do have kids, a left leg in front. So if you're used to sitting the other way normally, like I am, my entire 47 years or however long I've been sitting this way, this is going to feel a little awkward. And that's good, because what happens when most of us practice is we tend to default to our favorite side over and over and over. So when we do the cat-cows, when we do the Sufi grinds and all of those things, we're always just working the exact same places. So once in a while, switching it up like this allows us to get into some of the other spots that we wouldn't normally get into. So right here, with the left leg crossed in front, chin to chest, feel that stretch up the back of your neck, and then start to walk the hands forward, again, forward folding. You don't have to take it very far. You'll know when to stop. And it may feel very different on this side. This is my bad hip, and I always have to crack it once I come down in this pose. It's okay. That's why we're switching it up a little bit today. Now start to walk the hands around to the right side till you feel that good stretch up your left side. And now we're going to soften that right elbow. Take the left arm all the way up, and then take it over the left ear. And again, maybe your forearm's going to come down to the ground, or maybe you're going to find that you're happier with your arms straight. Wherever you feel the best stretch on this side with that hip still pressing into the ground. And then we're going to come up to center. Left hand's going to float behind the left knee. Right hand's going to come to the left knee. Yes. Inhale, get tall. Exhale, twist. I mix up my body parts sometimes. It's okay. Inhale, get tall. Exhale, twist deeper. We have one more here. Let's bring it back to center. This time we're going to start with our counterclockwise. So weight is going to be on the left sits bone, and we're going to start to come around. 5 circles counterclockwise. I don't know if you could hear those hips cracking, or if yours are as well. Move with your breath. And when you get done with your 5, come back to center. Again, I'll wait an extra breath for you if you are moving slower than me. I doubt anybody could move slower than me this morning. Hands are going to sit on the knees. This time we're going to start with our cat. So chin to chest, feel the stretch. Then inhale into your cow. Exhale into your cat. Inhale, chin and chest lift. Exhale, chin to chest, round that spine. And now inhale up, and we're gonna hold it here for an extra breath. See if you can press your shoulder blades together a little bit more, just to open the heart center. Back to center, and now let's go in a clockwise direction, starting off of the right sits bone. 5 big circles. Come back to center. Inhale, the arms reach all the way up and roll over onto your hands and knees, however you want to get there. I was a little too far forward on my mat. So we are going to be doing some gentle twisting here. So if you have your blocks or your book, maybe put them at the top of your mat should you need to grab them for this part. So I want you to take your big toes together, take your knees far apart. I know this isn't the twist. Sink your hips back toward your heels, then take your arms forward and bring your forehead to the ground. That's our child's pose. If this is too much for your neck, make a little pillow out of your hands, perhaps. Help bring the floor up to you. If it's still too much strain on your neck, consider bending your arms almost like a little frog and bringing them alongside your head. Then that can help support you. You may be able to bring your hips back a little bit further. Wherever you are, I want you to find some comfort in this pose. And now I want you to set your intention for the practice. If your intention is nothing more than to just move and breathe, then congratulations, you've already done it. But whatever your intention, whatever your reason for being here, I want you to just take a moment to reflect on it. Then take a deep breath. Sigh it out. Blow yourself a little kiss. Remind yourself that you love yourself. And then press yourself up into a tabletop. So, our fingers are nice and wide. The eyes of our elbows, which is like our elbow pits, they're kind of facing forward. Everyone's anatomy is a little bit different. So when I give generalizations like that, of course, they're mostly going to be just that, generalizations. If that does not fit your anatomy, you do what feels right for you. Roughly, your index fingers are at 12 o'clock. Your hips are right over your knees. Press the tops of your feet into the mat, strengthen up your legs. Press your fingertips into the mat, strengthen up your arms. And now take the crown of your head forward just a smidge. Straighten out that neck. So inhale, take the right leg behind you, point the toe, maybe flex your ankle a couple of times, and then we're gonna move. So you point the toe, reach back. Bring the foot all the way up to the outside of the right hand. Inhale the right arm up to the sky. Exhale the right hand down. And then walk the hands back as you start to straighten the right leg. And when I say straighten in any posture, it still means a soft bend in the knee. We don't want to lock out any joints. If you cannot straighten it, that's okay. This is a pretty deep hamstring stretch. On my left leg, you'll see I can't get it straight for the life of me, and that's okay. But then we want your toes pointing up, and this is our half split. Now we're going to put this all together into a flow that we're going to do 3 times. So walk the hands forward, and we're going to start now. So inhale, right leg kicks back, toes point. Exhale, bring the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Inhale, right arm to the sky. Exhale, right hand comes down. Inhale, walk the hands back. Exhale, hang out here. Inhale, walk the hands forward. Exhale, kick back. Inhale, point the toes, reach. Exhale, step it around. Inhale, right hand to the sky. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, walk the hands back. Exhale, hold here. One more round. Inhale, walk forward. Exhale, swing the leg around. Inhale, point the toes, reach. Exhale, swing it around to the right hand. Inhale, right arm to the sky. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, walk it back, take the toes up. Exhale, we're gonna hold it here. Keep breathing. This is our last breath here. So as you exhale, walk forward. Swing the right leg around to meet its friend. And let's just take the hips back and forth a few times. So this is your reminder to breathe while you're doing this. Maybe inhale to the right, exhale to the left. If you breathe while you're doing it, it's yoga. If you don't, you're just shaking your booty. Not necessarily a bad thing, but if you're practicing in a class or in a park, people think it's a little weird if you're shaking your butt at them. All right, now let's do the other side. So we're gonna take the left leg back, point the toes. Bring it around. Send the left arm to the sky. Bring that hand down. Walk it back. This leg may feel very different. Walk it forward. And now we're gonna put it together into our flow. So, inhale, left leg reaches. Exhale, step it around. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale it down. Inhale, walk the hands back. Exhale, hold it here. Inhale, walk forward. Exhale, swing the leg around. Inhale, point the toes. Exhale, swing it around. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, take it down. Inhale, walk the hands back, straighten the leg. Exhale, hold it here, flex the toes. Inhale, walk it forward. Exhale, swing the leg around. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bring it forward. Inhale, left hand to the sky. Exhale it down. Inhale, walk the hands back. Exhale, hold it here, flex the toes. Keep breathing. Walk the hands forward. Swing the left leg around to meet its friend. Let's go ahead and wiggle those hips back and forth just a couple of times. Then inhale into our cow, so that's where our head and hips lift. Exhale, round your spine, chin to chest, cat. Inhale, cow, but tuck your toes this time. Exhale, downward facing dog. Just press back. Leave your knees down if you need to. Inhale, drop the knees. Exhale, bring your hips toward your heels. We're not going full child's pose, we're just stretching. So inhale, into cow. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale into cow again. Tuck your toes this time though. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, drop the knees. Exhale, hips toward your heels. Doesn't matter how far back you get, you'll know when you find the right spot for you. Inhale into cow. Exhale into cat. Inhale into cow, tuck your toes. Exhale into downward facing dog. We're gonna hold it here in our down dog. And I just noticed the time, and you guys are lucky because that means I get to take out a whole bunch of the down dogs and planks that I had planned. I want you to tippy toe, jump, or bunny hop all the way to the top of your mat. My jump is not quite there right now. And I want you to just fold. So, it's really hard to talk when I'm bent over like that. You stay folded. Bend your knees as much as you need to get a good stretch here. It seems counterintuitive, but the more your knees are bent, if your hamstrings are tight, the higher up you can get your hips and the further down you can get your head. So the whole goal here is to release the top half of your body. Obviously it's a hamstring stretch as well, but you're supposed to be releasing your neck and your head toward the earth. The crown of your head is reaching for the earth, in theory. In practice, some of us will get there eventually. So if you need to bend the knees, bend the knees. We're gonna work on those hamstrings, don't worry. Grab your opposite elbows with your hands. Shake your head yes. Shake your head no. Shake your head maybe, whatever that looks like for you. And remember that it's okay to not have all the answers. It makes life a little more interesting. So from your forward fold, I want you to bring your hands to your shins. You can even press slightly into them. The crown of your head's gonna come all the way forward, and now your shoulder blades are gonna slide back. Let me show you from the side. So when you do that, it makes your back perfectly straight. If I slump, I'm rounded, but once I take those shoulder blades back, nice and straight. So that's our lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold again. And I didn't expect you to hold your breath all that time. If I forget to cues the ins and the outs on the breath, keep breathing without me. So we're gonna do that a few times now, all together, moving with our breath. So forward fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen, straight back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Now this time, as you lift and lengthen, keep breathing. We're gonna stay here. I want you to imagine with each breath that you're breathing space into all the vertebrae in your spine. So I want you to give me as much space as you possibly can, lengthening your spine here. And now without losing any of that space, I want you to slowly fold all the way down. See how much more deeply you can go into the fold that way. We're gonna do that one 2 more times. So come up, lift and lengthen. Elongate your spine as much as you can. And now without losing that space, fold once again. Your hamstrings should be feeling a lot looser. One more time, inhale, lengthen. And now fold once again. Reverse swan dive. All the way up, make it really dramatic if you want. Fingers are nice and strong. I think you can see them because of the camera angle. But when I ask you to take your arms up to the sky, I want your fingers to be as strong as your arms. Having fingers with purpose and intention will allow your arms to have intention, which will fill your whole body with that intention. So pressing all 4 corners of your feet into the ground, maybe rocking back and forth till you feel them. It would be where your roller skate wheels were if it were 1983 and you had old-fashioned roller skates on. So your fingers and your wrists are right above your shoulders. Your shoulders are right above your hips, which are right above your knees, which are right above your ankles. Reach up a little bit higher. Take the shoulder blades down your back. And now just gently bring your arms to your sides, palms facing forward. This is your mountain pose. This is the base for most of our poses. Most of our standing poses and even some of our folds and seated poses are all an articulation of this pose. So in this pose, our weight is perfectly balanced between the 2 feet, from front to back, from side to side. So once you feel nice and secure here, press those 4 corners of your feet into the ground. Now I want you to relax all your muscles. See how you feel. If your alignment was right, your skeleton should be stacked just right inside of your body, and it should basically hold you here without any effort. If you feel a little bit wobbly, pick up all of your toes, spread them super wide, drop them to the mat, rock side to side, Take the shoulders down your back and see how you feel now. Close your eyes if you need to. I want you to feel this pose. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, swan dive all the way down. Bend the knees if you need to. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up, arms reach. Exhale, swan dive all the way down. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up, arms reach. Exhale, swan dive all the way down. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up, arms reach. And now we're gonna find our chair pose. So for chair, you can keep your feet hip distance apart and just start to sit your chair back, literally. So you sit your hips back, your knees stay pretty much where they are. They definitely do not go past your toes. And we do this because we want to keep our joints safe so we can keep doing this. Arms come up and forward, but if your shoulders are tired, you can always bring your hands to your heart. So this is your chair pose. One more breath here. Then exhale, fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up into chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up into chair. And just for fun, if you'd like, you can take your feet up off the ground, your heels, and stand on your tiptoes. Whoop. Swing your arms back and through. Just have some fun playing with your balance. Last breath here. I keep losing it. And then inhale, heels down, fingertips to the sky. Exhale, hands right to heart center. Close your eyes. Take a moment here. Recommit to your intention. One more breath. Then bring your hands to your right thigh. Step your left foot back, warrior two. So in warrior two, our right heel bisects the left arch. For those who failed geometry, that means it's perpendicular, it's at a right angle. If I drew a line from the center of my right heel, it would hit my left arch. So hips are squared to the wide side of the mat. Toes are pointed to the top of the mat. Knee is bent only to the ankle, not further. Again, just to keep our joints safe. And then our arms come out to either side. Gaze is over the right middle finger. But I want you to check back over that left middle finger. Just make sure your arms are actually in alignment. And then settle in. See how it feels. And bring your hands to your right thigh. Step it forward. Let's do the other side. So this is your left side. Maybe your hips tighter, maybe it feels a little different. Take a moment, see how it feels in your body. We're gonna build on this for our standing flow. All right, hands to the left thigh, let's step it forward. All right, step it back. Warrior two, right hand side. I want you to go ahead and hug yourself. Left arm beneath, right arm on top. Come back to warrior two. Step back to the top of the mat. Whoop, you saw that, right? Step it back. Warrior two, left side. Arms come out to either side. This time we're gonna hug the other way. So left arm beneath, right arm on top. Give yourself a hug. Warrior two. Top of the mat. Adding on, step it back. Warrior two, right hand side. Arms come out. Hug yourself. Right arm beneath left. Option to stay here, or if you're coming with me, eagle arms. So we twist our arms, and either the backs of our hands or our palms meet Do not grab onto your thumbs for dear life. It's a good way to create an injury. Hold it here. And then straighten the front knee, bend the back knee, send your hips back. Untangle the arms, warrior two. Top of the mat. Step it back, other side. Left arm beneath, right arm on top. Hold it here in your hug. Then maybe you find your eagle arms on this side. Start to straighten the front knee as you bend the back one. Send your hips back. Untangle everything. Warrior two. Step it to the top of the mat. Step the left foot back. Warrior two. Right arm beneath, left arm. Find your eagle arms. Straighten the front knee, bend the back, send your hips back. Get your little side stretch going here. Untangle everything. Warrior two. Right arm comes to the right thigh. Left arm comes all the way up to the sky and then over the left ear for side angle. Take a moment here. Float it back up, warrior two. Top of the mat. Step it back with the right foot, warrior two, left side. Arms come out. Find your hug, and if you stay in your hug, it's okay. If you find your eagle arms, get them here. Straighten the front knee, bend the back, send the hips back. Untangle everything, warrior two. Left arm comes to the left thigh, right arm floats overhead. Whoops. Side angle, feel the good stretch up the side of your body. Warrior two. Step it to the top of your mat. Inhale, take your arms up. Exhale. Fold all the way down. Plant your hands. Step it back to down dog. Drop your knees to the ground. And crisscross. And come to a seated position. Want you to take your left leg out at an angle. Right foot's going to tuck right in there to the left thigh. Left arm's going to come down inside the left leg, so you get a nice little twist going. Inhale the right arm all the way up, and then take it over toward the left toes. Just breathe, close your eyes. Inhale the right arm up. It plants behind the right hip. You could just stay here and twist, or swing the left arm around, come up off the ground. And left arm comes around, swings you until you're facing the left toes. Inhale, lengthen your spine here. Exhale, fold over the left leg, head to knee, Janu Shirsasana. And just release here. Remember, it doesn't matter how far down you come, just that you feel a good stretch, that you surrender to the pose. This is going to be our last breath here. So slowly walk the hands up. Come to the center of your mat. Let's find our butterfly once again. We're a little more warmed up now. So maybe this time your knees come down a little bit further, your feet come a little bit closer to your body. I'd like you to bring your hands to your feet and open them almost like a book. So pressing the pinky edge of your foot down into the mat. Opening your feet will help you open the knees and stretch a little bit further. Then inhale, lengthen your spine right here, even if you're tilted forward. And exhale, just slowly come down a little bit. When you find that really good stretch, you'll know. Find something that's sustainable. Don't take it too far. And then we're gonna slowly come up. Take the right leg out to the side, tuck the left foot into it. Right arm is going to come down inside. Left arm is going to come up and over. Keeping that twist going while you stretch. And inhale the left arm up. It lands behind the left hip. Maybe you just stay here in the twist. Maybe you swing that right arm dramatically up in the air as you lift, opening your heart. Taking it down, that arm swings you around so you're facing your toes. Mine were just pedicured yesterday. And then fold over the right leg. Slowly walking up the leg. Let's bring ourselves once more to our butterfly. Maybe this time we can take it even deeper. This time we are going to hold it a little bit longer. So as we inhale, our spine straight. We're going to open our feet like a book once again. Pressing those sits bones into the ground, lengthening our spines. Start to come forward, maybe walking the hands forward. And when you find your stretch, I would like you to relax your neck and your shoulders. Let your head hang. Stay with your breath here. Maybe with each exhale, surrendering a little bit more to the pose. This pose is an excellent example of what happens when we surrender. There are times in our lives where we do not know whether we should struggle and fight or we should surrender. In this pose, struggling and fighting is just going to get you annoyed and probably a pulled muscle. Meanwhile, surrendering to gravity, having faith that you have nowhere else to go. Your mat's right here. You're not going to get hurt. Nothing can happen to you. It's just surrender. Feel the awesome opening in your hips, the lengthening of the back of your neck. All these good things. And you just stop struggling. See if you can soften this pose a little bit more in your next 3 breaths. This is your exit breath, so slowly, just start to unwind and come up. Use your hands to press your knees together. Point your toes. Hands can come to the backs of your thighs. Actually, everybody start here, unless you have a practiced boat pose. And then start to just lean back till you find a nice balance point. Maybe your toes come up off the ground. Maybe your arms come out too. Wherever you are in your boat pose, we're going to hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax, lay all the way down using all the elbows and hands you need to get there. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a gigantic hug. Rock back and forth if that feels, good for you. Now I'd like you to just send your feet up to the sky. That's it. Right up to the sky. Maybe you want to slide your hands underneath your sacrum. Maybe you want to rock back and forth a little bit. Do what feels good here. Just allow the energy to start to settle. Visually picture, I guess if you're picturing it, it's visual. visualize the energy that you in your entire being during this practice, all just hunched up in your toes, starting to just work its way all the way down your legs into your body and just settling. And maybe as you do this, your legs become heavy and you start to lower them. That's okay, because the next place we're headed is to our meditation. So take the next few breaths to allow that energy to settle. And if you have not already, lie down on the ground. Go ahead and do so right on your mat. So today's meditation is Yoga Nidra-esque. What is Yoga Nidra? Yoga Nidra is a specific type of meditation in which you stay awake and aware even though you are completely immobile. We don't speak. And you stay tethered to the person who's leading the Yoga Nidra simply by listening to their voice and by allowing your mind to do the tasks that they ask you to do. One of the things that we do in Yoga Nidra is to discuss our Sankalpa, which is your heart's deepest desire. It's a positive statement. The thing that intimidates a lot of newer practitioners to Yoga Nidra is that they don't know what the heck their Sankalpa is. Some of them don't even know what the hell it is to begin with. So for today's practice, that's what we're actually going to do. Since it's Thanksgiving, I thought it was really appropriate to do a discovering Sankalpa meditation to help you find what your heart's deepest desire. And even if you never choose to use it in a Yoga Nidra, it would still be beneficial for you to know this. And should you end up doing a Yoga Nidra, then you already have one. And I would like to say that I am planning on offering one next week. I just need to check my schedule and then I'll post it here and I'll do it here. So wherever you are, you should be comfortable on the ground, but I'm going to give you a few minutes to make yourself more comfortable. Don't worry. So I'm going to just read what I wrote, even though I think I pretty much covered it in that last statement. So a sankalpa is a short positive statement in the present tense. It expresses your heart's desire or your heartfelt resolve. For example, I am healthy. I am calm. In Yoga Nidra, we plant this sankalpa in the subconscious mind and the karmic body, and it helps us transform ourselves and our lives, manifesting new realities from the inside out. So how we're going to do this today is we're going to lie down comfortably on our backs. And I want you to loosen any clothing that feels restrictive or any jewelry that may distract you. Just like I mentioned earlier, if you want to take a minute to grab a blanket or a pillow, maybe the pillow beneath your knees and the blanket over you, go right ahead. But I want you to use these moments right here to settle comfortably. I don't want any distractions for you once we begin. Once you're comfortable, start to sink in. This is an experience to take you deep into your heart to discover your sankalpa, your heart's desire. A sankalpa is used in Yoga Nidra to manifest things in our lives. It's a short statement in the present tense, such as, I accept myself as I am whole and complete. In this experience, you're going to discover what your heart's desire is. It's important to not think your way to a sankalpa, but rather to allow it to bubble up from your heart. Your brain and your ego may immediately pounce upon it to analyze or discredit it. I'm asking you today to let go of those judgments and answer your heart's call if it feels right to you. Allow your mind to surrender so your heart can be heard. Let go of any ideas of what you think you should. Let go of any ideas about what you should want to allow. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I wrote this statement. Let any ideas about what you should want to allow you to do what you do want arise naturally. Let's just forget that. Let go of thinking your way through, and I want you to begin now to only feel. Letting go of thinking and feeling only. Relaxing your body by taking some deep breaths. Adjusting your body parts so you're completely comfortable. Use this next moment to give yourself anything you need to ensure that you can fully relax. Allow yourself to feel fully supported so you can completely sink in. Notice the stillness behind the movement and allow yourself to settle into that stillness. Deeply surrendering to gravity. Nothing to think about. This isn't a thinking practice, it's a feeling practice. Nothing to think about. Simply feeling. Become aware of the breath in your nostrils. Feel the cool air coming in and notice the warm air going out. Notice each breath. Cool on the inhalation, warm on the exhalation. Notice that as you inhale, your abdomen rises, your chest rises. As you exhale, your abdomen falls, your chest falls. Cool on the inhalation, warm on the exhalation. Inhale, you rise. Exhale, your chest falls. And now allow your awareness to start to drop from your head into your body. Awareness is dropping from your head to your heart center. Bring awareness to your heart center. Feel all your awareness converge on your heart center. Not thinking, just feeling. Let go of everything you think you know. Breathe in and allow a glowing light to arise at your heart center. Simply notice what color your light is, but don't think about what it means. Breathe in the beautiful glowing light. Allow your heart space to fill up with that beautiful glowing light. With each breath, the light grows larger and more brilliant. Your entire heart center is now full of this light. It's so full that it begins to spill out. Allow it to flood all of the space in your body. Beautiful glowing light flowing in all directions, toward your arms, toward your legs, and even beyond. So much beautiful flowing light out from your heart center to all of the parts of your body and beyond. Beautiful glowing light flowing out from your heart center to all of the parts of your body and beyond. Now bring your awareness back to your heart center, the epicenter of this cascade of light. Rest your awareness in your heart center. Allow the image of a person, a place, an activity, or something else you dearly love to arise in that glowing light in your heart center. A person, place, activity, or thing that makes you light up, that makes you feel alive. Don't think too much, just feel. Allow that image to arise in your heart space. Allow that image to arise in your heart space and absorb all those positive feelings. Allow those feelings to fill you with joy. Feel it in every pore of your being. Absolute joy filling your entire being. Now bathing in the radiant warmth of joy, of that loving light, that stream of unlimited potential at your heart center, ask yourself, what do I deeply desire? What is my heart saying to me? What spontaneously arises, don't think, just feel. What do I deeply desire? What is my heart saying to me? If your mind interrupts, just ignore it and allow your heart to speak freely. What do I deeply desire? What is my heart saying to me? Imagine yourself being or doing the thing that your heart deeply desires. What does it look like? How does it sound? How does it feel? How are you in this moment? Don't second guess yourself. Try to see it in as much detail as you can, vividly. Now, what is the feeling? How do you feel? In your mind, put it into a few key words in the present tense as your sankalpa. I am or I have. Check again with those specific words. Are they really lighting you up, or is it just not quite right yet? What do you deeply desire? What is your heart saying to you? Repeat the words in your mind, the sankalpa that you've created, and notice the feeling. Does it resonate in a space of absolute joy and light? If not, adjust the words in any way you need to until you feel that it's right. If it already feels right, rest in that beautiful feeling. If you've lost your way, go back to the sensation of joy flowing through your entire being. Start at your heart center and work your way. Repeat your sankalpa and see if it resonates. Ensure that the joy remains full and isn't dimmed in any way. Perhaps your joy expands even more. And now, resting in the feeling of your sankalpa for a few minutes, allow it to sink in and permeate your being. Allow it to become a part of you. Now bring your awareness back to your breath. Notice the breath in your nostrils, cool on the inhale, warm on the exhale. Notice the subtle movement in your body as you breathe. Deepen your breath, allowing those subtle movements to become even larger. Those movements breaking up the stillness. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Make larger movements with your hands and your feet. Reach your arms up over your head and stretch from the tips of your fingers to the tips of your toes. Then hug your knees into your chest and roll onto your side. Take a few breaths here. Recall your Sankalpa if you were able to discover one. If you did not discover one that felt good today, remember that you can always do this again, again and again and again. Carry your Sankalpa into your day, coming back to it whenever you need, knowing that it will be manifested. Keeping your eyes closed, press yourself up to a seated position. Take a deep breath in and sigh it out. Sarvasham Svastir Bhavatu. Sarvasham Shantir Bhavatu. Sarvasham Purnam Bhavatu. Sarvasham Mangalam Bhavatu. May prosperity be unto all. May peace be unto all. May fullness be unto all. May auspiciousness be unto all. I'd like to chant Om to close the practice. Join me if you'd like. We're going to inhale, exhale, then inhale, chant. So inhale here. Sigh it out. Inhale here. Om. Thank you very much for joining me, whether you did it live or you're watching on the replay. I wish you nothing but love and light wherever you go. Namaste. And if you are watching this and practicing on Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving to you. I would like everyone to enjoy their stuffing, my favorite part of Thanksgiving. And I will post the link as an event to the Yoga Nidra that we'll do next week here on my page. Thank you so much.